So on fourth down, as seen on TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan, on the punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Dalton. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case,
there he goes right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. 59 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Of course, he's fresh off the Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC. And what a game it was last week. And a long touchdown run right there.
He and his offensive line, the receivers blocking.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Dancing away at the 35. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Right back to him on 1st down. Ooh, the juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now they'll run it on the toss. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Calais Campbell on the stop. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even...
Here's John Ryan now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field. And it's actually been out of the backfield, handing the ball off where they've had a lot of success. So if you're the quarterback, do you just maybe say, you know, maybe this isn't my day, our running game's going so well, you just continue to lean on that?
I agree. That's exactly what you do. And you have to kind of take your ego and put it aside, because you always think your next throw is going to be your best throw, right? Your next play is going to be your best play. Lean on what's working for you right now. That should help carry your team to victory if things keep going in the direction that they are.
Yeah, because the formula has them the lead currently. Strong run, but they get to him just beyond the 40. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now they'll run it on the toss. They juked him, and he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up. Now they'll run it on the toss. He finds an opening past the 40. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His second touch. Now they'll run it on the toss. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there, saving his... Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through it. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Got to love what they're doing on offense right now.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
A full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Now they'll run it on the toss. Finding some room at midfield. Look at this. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. 64 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, what? On 1st and 10, Dalton. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Space to run past the 20. Nice move. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Bengals. Here's John Ryan now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. This will be fielded at the 17. 21 yards. Well done on the return. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now they'll run it on the toss. He spins free. And a second spin. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free. If you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you, and anyone coming from the backside, they're pinching down and sliding down towards it to try and keep people kind of locked into one spot. And boy, what a great defensive play there. Worn out leverage, running to the football from the inside out, turned into a big loss of yardage.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, look at that. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because this...
Here's John Ryan now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different...
Start your week by installing your game plan.
It's a laser, my posse deep and I raiding. We act a fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's. Bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me. Bet on my bacon. Big it flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas. Head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my... I've been broke away longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah. Super fly for the Dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, about the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That you said you didn't never. I'm a step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. They fell down my stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matt back, liquor clean. Dead places in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures thinner than a pantyhose.
Over here and empty your pockets. I don't do that. In my prison, you do what I tell you to. Get over here. He's gonna get this.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
Woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is a...
First down. Dalton, and incomplete to open things up. Rashawn Melvin that time able to make the play.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
2-1-2. Move.
Second and 10. Dalton once more. And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Look at the dance and the juke. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 33 and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through it. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal. A chance for the first points of this AFC title bout.
Go, on the ball. On the ball.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he falls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A great play. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, looking pretty well from them.
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. Now they'll run it on the toss. Gets past one man, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Right back to him on first down. Marcus Gilchrist there to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Dalton, wide open receiver, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there, saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals... Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Oh, eluding the tackle. They find some open field here. Another spin. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic... Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. Whoosh. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. Now they'll run it on the toss. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's into the clear. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. Now they'll run it on the toss. He lost lost 9 there. That's really going to set them back for second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now they'll run it on the toss. Space to maneuver at the 40. Look at this. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. 72 yards. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. Well, Charles, fans around here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Oakland. He'll look to set up his blockers. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots on. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Room to run past midfield. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A big play there. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice spin into some open field. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final. Back now in the East Bay. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Got some real estate inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. Here now, Johnny Townsend standing just outside his own goal line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And, you know, both of us gave these guys a real shot coming in here, but I don't think anyone saw this on the road with this lead in the playoffs. They've looked good a lot of times this year. This is probably as good as they've looked.
Well, it's been a textbook game for them because what you talk about as a visiting team is putting the pressure on the home team. And what puts more pressure on a home team than to be behind the entire game? Because the home crowd's there really for a coronation. They expect to win. And when you're behind, it takes the crowd out of the game, and then the crowd gets a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a little bit frustrated with the home team, and that gives you an extra advantage. So they've done it perfectly. Big lead, put everything back on the home team, and they're capitalizing on it.
Right now, that crowd, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. 30. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Oakland. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's where you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Here now, Johnny Townsend as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. A great return there of 22 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit. I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, nice move. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a first and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a...
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the beam in the flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, the man. I'm a K back. 400K. I found out